Parshat Emor Shvi'i. The Torah discusses the idea of creating the oil, preparing the oil that's going to go into the menorah. It has to be Shemen Zayizach, very pure oil. They crush the olive, and the first droplets that come out of the olive are used for the fuel for the Ner Tamid, as the Torah calls it. This menorah is standing outside of the Kodesh Kodashim. It's on the left-hand side, on the south side of the Ohel Moed, and this menorah is prepared with this oil. And then the Torah goes on to discuss the shulchan, and what's put on the shulchan is the 12 chalot. It's actually a minhag among some people to have 12 pita breads Friday night in their home as a result of reminding us of the lechem haponim that was put on the shulchan. And it's 2 rows of 6 chalos each, and they are put on the shulchan, and together there is some spices that put on the shulchan as well. Those spices are offered on the mizbeach, and the lechem haponim is given to the kohanim to eat as a result of them sitting on all week on the shulchan. The newly baked bread is placed on the shulchan, the old bread is taken off, and the kohanim are eating this bread. The Torah finally ends off with a very interesting story about a woman, a Shlomis Bas Divri, who in fact has relations with a Mitzri, and this child, this offspring, demands a portion from Shevet Dan, because Shlomis Bas Divri came from Dan, and he wanted to have a portion in Israel, since his mother came from Shevet Dan. He was denied this right because the inheritance travels through the father's side, not through the mother's side, and as a result of that, he became quite irate, made a curse with using the Shem Hashem, and because of that, he was brought to Moshe Rabbeinu, and he was incarcerated until they made a decision as to what would happen with him. HaKadosh Baruch Hu responded to Moshe, and he told him to take out this blasphemer, this one who cursed the Jewish people using Hashem's name, and the penalty was that he should be stoned, and the entire Jewish people should stone him. Obviously, the Torah says, Kol Eida, the entire congregation should stone him. It's impossible for everybody to do it. So those who are the ones who actually carry out the punishment, they're as if they stand in the place of all of Klal Yisrael, and they go ahead and kill this person for his act of blasphemy. The Torah ends off with a couple of idle halachos. One, if somebody kills a person, he should be killed. The death penalty if somebody strikes an animal or hurts an animal or kills an animal, the penalty is also not death, but he has to repay the monetary value of what he destroyed. A person who hurts somebody, let's say he breaks his leg or blinds him on one eye, or hurts a tooth, he takes the value of what the person has been decreased as a result of that, and he pays for it. The Gaon of Vilna says a very interesting little thought on the words ayin tachas ayin. If you go in the alphabet of the Hebrew alphabet, if you take what comes after the ayin, which is a pei, which comes after the yud is a chaf, and what comes after the nun is a samach, those 3 letters are really chaf samach pei, which is money, kesef, and because of that, the Gaon of Vilna says there's a hint of the Torah that we do not blind one eye for another eye, but rather we take the value of money for that person and we pay him for the loss of that limb. The Torah ends off by saying justice for all. This is a law for everybody, whether a convert, a member of Klal Yisrael, whoever it is. That person, in fact, is required to pay or lose his life if he kills somebody. And the Torah says that in the last final pasuk of this week's parasha, the Torah actually says that Moshe carried out the penalty against this offspring of this relationship between the Mitzri and Shlomis Bas Divri. He's taken out and he's stoned as HaKadosh Baruch Hu had commanded Moshe.